What is up, guys? Subscribe, hit that like button, hit that bell. None of the stuff that I am saying in this video has been promised to happen or really been talked about, but I wanted to talk about it because Media Molecule is taking suggestions. But they have talked about the possibility of our games getting into the PlayStation Store. So what's up? It's your boy. Subscribe, hit that like button, hit that bell. Let's begin. We're going to be talking about DLC today for our games, and we are going to be talking about scary games. And next week, hopefully, I'll have a special video for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm also going to be talking about microtransactions and some stuff about game development in this video as well. So stay tuned. Here we go. Let's start off with the most interesting, in my opinion, DLC. So the DLC side of Dreams, a lot of people are saying that, wow, if we could get our games in the PlayStation Store, that would be the first thing. But could we actually incorporate DLC for our games before something like that were to even happen? I believe it would be cool, and it would also optimize the way the Dreamverse could look. So let's say a DLC worthy game, you could pay something for it and you could get the DLC. I don't think there's any Dream that I would say has matched a level that should quantify even being able to be allowed to have DLC in Dreams. But imagine if there was like some kind of badge saying this has downloadable content, and it could also support the creator. So I imagine you'd probably have to like get an okay from Media Molecule to even like, get this far into it. But I'm saying doing this outside of the PlayStation Store, having DLC for our creations right here in Dreams, and then if you purchase it, maybe the money could go to the creator. That could be a way that you could get revenue. This also talk could tie into maybe, like, they've been talking about like being able to view certain Dreams 3D models without being able to remix it, so like you could like open it up and see how everything works. So imagine like in the future, in a future Dream setting, where you could like buy assets straight directly in Dreams, and maybe somehow the money gets to the creator. So like that's a 3D model if you didn't know. All this stuff is sort of what I'm talking about here, and I thought it would be cool to like discuss the topic of DLC, most importantly, because it just seems like that would be the most interesting way. I can kind of understand and see how a 3D model way would work. Like, if you like bought the 3D model, then you can use it in your Dream. People already do this kind of thing outside of Dreams online. You could like buy assets for your game and then put it into Unity and whatnot. So that's sort of how that could work. But it's just interesting to think about this because there's just already so many creations, and so many creations that are just getting better and better. And I would like to see like a badge, if certain content does have DLC. I think this kind of thing would be more prominent whenever multiplayer comes out, whenever that may be also. So again, don't take everything that I say with a grain of salt. It's not. I mean, I don't think it's likely to happen that where we could have DLC right here in our games, but it would be awesome because, especially if Dreams does ever come to PC or anything else, it'd be cool to see how that could all incorporate and tie together. Outside of that, I've also thought of this cool idea for thumbnails. Thumbnails. It'd be cool if these things like could be like trailers whenever you're like hovering above it, a small trailer of the game starts. I don't know how that would work because there isn't a gadget that strictly records recordings to where you could put it on a thumbnail. But if you can't do that, then you could do something sort of like um clip art. I think that's what it was whenever I was in school. Clip art, how it would like move to the next image instead of it being a still image like this is cool. It'd be cooler if it was like, if it was like changing from image to image. And I think those could be cool for Dreams thumbnails. It also make the Dreamverse look better. I'm not sure how hard that would be to do, but you can kind of see my idea. Like if you're on YouTube kind of updated the thumbnail system to where it sort of does that. So I wanted to talk about that also. Next, we will talk about DLC for Dreams itself, because I guess I guess that is sort of interesting what kind of DLC Media Molecule could come up with. They've already stated I don't think they're going to be working on a Little Big Planet game, but they might have like a Little Big Planet DLC type thing in Dreams, if that makes sense. So, if we do see some Little Big Planet stuff from them, that'd be really cool. I mean, it'd be cool to see what they could come up with being the original creators of Little Big Planet. Microtransactions. I don't think like I wouldn't be worried about Media Molecule doing that, but if Dreamers were allowed to do DLC, I wouldn't want like the Dreamverse to be, you know, I don't think they would allow a Dreamer to like do that. I don't think it'd go that far. I think there would be limits to what you could do with the DLC that you could create, if that makes sense. So I don't think we'd have to worry about that. And I'm sure Media Molecule, if they ever even allow people to do this, there'd be strict regulations and guidelines for it. Next, last but not least, I just wanted to talk about this scary games in dreams. Scary games in dreams. So I enjoy scary games mainly because these are the type of games that get my mind off of life the easiest, if that makes sense. Of course, I'm getting scared, but like it's like this is the kind of that's the kind of environment where I can like strictly focus on the game just because it takes my focus. Other games that do that are like open world games, sort of like Horizon Zero Dawn did that, so other type of games can do that. It's just that for whatever reason, I can just take scary games a bit more seriously, and that's why I enjoy those. Um, what I want to talk about is just about really everything that does with scary games. Like basically, if you're going to make a scary game, make sure that there's at least a survival element to it. That'll make making the game easier too, because without that, you're really making an action game, if that makes sense. Without being able to search for stuff and find stuff, then it just becomes an action game. Or even an action game with limited ammo, if that makes sense, which is more survival horror, but still it's not really surviving with the items that you can find, if that makes sense. Whenever you're adding finding items to the game, it actually makes it more scary because you're like, this could be my last shot, or I have to get over there to open up this door, and it just makes it more scary whenever there's something chasing you. So I always want to say this whenever it comes to scary games because this is the most important thing to me, getting that mathematical equation right, because that's the most important thing whenever it comes to making a modern scary game that you would like, think of normally, like Outlast or Resident Evil, especially Outlast, things like that, Amnesia, to that aspect. The secondary things that are important are graphics and music. So with graphics, something doesn't have to look realistic to be scary. In fact, some people just like Silent Hill stuff a whole lot better than realistic stuff. So you can it's good to choose the right art style for your for the whatever you're going to be creating. Just remember that also whenever you are making a scary game. Music is important. It's so important. If you your favorite games probably have the best music in the world for the game that you're playing. In fact, Halloween the movie, it was rejected until music was put into it. Whenever they handed it over, it didn't have any music at all. So that's just how important music is. Or if you play Undertale and enjoy that like me, then Undertale, do 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 do. So there's that also. Um, I really want to start talking, giving more segments on scary games for dreams because that's just something that I want on my channel. Some content on that. Like I have content on it already, but like I sort of like want like a list about it. Like I like that kind of stuff. Getting into the nitty and gritty on how certain scary games work and whatnot. So if there's a few more videos that I make on that, don't be surprised. Again, subscribe, hit the like button. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next week we'll have a special video. Should have a more special video for you guys. This right here was a pretty awesome video too, DLC side. Something that I really wanted to talk more about, how we could get DLC or how DLC might work in Dreams if it ever even comes. It'd be cool to see how it'd work in a crossplay like server DLC with our Dreams, and I don't know how we would ever get money from Dreams. Like, I don't imagine that like there would ever be like ads in Dreams like there are with YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But like, there's got to be something. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's got to be something that could be done. I don't know what could be done to because the YouTube way is like the most convenient way, and the other way would be like maybe somehow like connecting Patreon to Dreams. I don't know, something like that. Like, but like it's just like it just whenever you're thinking about that, it's like who can you trust to actually do that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it'd be different if we were like just trusting Sony, because then of course it would probably work, but then you gotta to get the money from here to the person, from the person that's giving the money to the dreamer. That's the part that's iffy. Like it's like it already starts sounding sketchy, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like once you throw like a middleman in there, it just starts sounding sketchy, you know what I'm saying? No offense to like if this ever happens, but it's just the way like I look at it. um but Dreams is an awesome program, and whatever comes, I trust it, and I know Dreams is in good hands. So here's my take on all of this, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hit that like button, hit the bell, and peace. Have a great day.